This one's for all my lovebirds. This Valentine's, are you broke? I got the best idea for you. We're gonna be making tissue roses with a box of tissues. If not, use a roll of toilet paper. Who cares? It's gonna look good anyways. The effort that goes into this is really, really minimal. I would say it doesn't take a lot of hard work. So basically, you just take a piece of tissue and you place your fingertip on one corner and wrap it around. Once you've secured it, it should look like a rose. Thereafter, you're going to measure your photo. Remember that your photo needs to fit within the heartine. I had to draw the heart a few times because my brain malfunctioned. So don't mind me. Just go about your business and draw your heartine the way you want it. You want it to be big enough to accommodate the photo. If you want to put the photo in the center, you need to make sure that it fits within your heart. If you want to make it fit in the sides, it's much easier. The heart can always be adjusted. Don't think that that's your final and now you're stuck with it. But you've got to make sure that you cut it a little bit bigger so that you can adjust. You then measure out two equal strips of card that are going to go around the heart because you want it to look more or less like a box. So you measure it out and cut it to size, and then we're going to start gluing it. I measured out mine at 2 centimeters. If you're using hot glue, please be careful because this goes through. Um, I thought it was a good idea at first, but then after I started it, I realized that it would have been better to use tape. So if you've got some tape, that would be better, and then you can just secure it with glue after that. Once your box is formed, you can go ahead and try and position your roses. Then what you want to do is get a punch 2 holes at the top and use a fancy string. You don't need to, but I like to hang mine up, so I used a fancy string just to tie it together. And there I am sticking down my roses. So once you've positioned them and know exactly where you want them, it'll be a piece of cake to just put some glue at the bottom and stick them down. You don't have to worry about them getting smashed and stuff. You can always adjust them after, so don't stress about that. I used a bit of spray paint on my roses to make them a silver color. Obviously, you do not have to do this if you do not have it. I had it lying in the cupboard and I used it. It does give it a nice finish though. Once you're done, it should look star quality. Next project is a bouquet of roses. Same thing, cut your card. You can measure it if you want. I didn't really measure it, I just cut two pieces. Roll it together, glue it up to make a tube. Then we go ahead and split the tube just a little bit at the top. I'm sure they taught you this in grade school. So you just split the top a little bit and get it flared out. Three centimeters should be sufficient, I feel. After you split the top, you go ahead and start making your roses just like you did with the cardboard heartine. We're going to hold one end of the tissue down with our fingertip. If you've got long nails, you can always use a pen or even the tube that you've just made to hold it down for you, because it's quite difficult with long nails. I'm used to it, so I could do it easier. Once your roses are done, you can go ahead and start sticking. So you want a rose on each of the little pieces of paper that you flared out. Gonna go ahead and put some glue on there, stick it. In order for it to be a really nice bouquet, you're gonna have to stick it together as well. So put some glue in between the flowers or the roses and stick it together. I had to use 6 on this bouquet. Once you are done gluing all your roses in, you could just write a small note or something to say that you love the person and you appreciate them. Give them maybe a little token. I got my glass bottles from my local toy shop. It was really, really cheap. I think it was like 1 rand a bottle or something. So I just wrote a little note in it and gave a little token. It's called a floof ball and we love it. So a little token of my appreciation and my love to the person. And there you have it, a perfectly cheap and easy gift for Valentine's.